Welcome to my channel. My name is Antoinette and I'm your travel conversationalist. On this channel, I will teach you everything you need to know on being a travel agent. Are you a travel agent? Are you new to the industry? Would you like to know more? This is the right place for you. Just to give you a bit of a background about me, I have been a travel agent for the last 16 years. For me, travel started out as passion. I loved watching travel shows. I love watching series on travel, researching various destinations for no reason. I didn't even know it was a real job because my first degree was in computer science. So I had no idea being a travel agent was a job. I just knew that I loved researching destinations and I loved looking at trips and putting things together. Now, fast forward a few years after all of that, I think it was maybe 5 or 6 years. I was one day just hanging out with a friend and he said, "Oh, I'm going for a party and I would like for you to come with me." And I said, "I'm not dressed." And he said, "It doesn't matter. You look beautiful anyway. Let's just go. It's down the road." So I said, "It doesn't hurt. I don't know the people. They don't know me. So let's give it a try." So I went for this party. And while I was at the party, all I did was talk about travel, talk about destinations. And the guy I was speaking to apparently was the CEO of a travel business. So he let me talk. And at the end of the conversation, he said to me, "You know, you could work for me." I was like, "What? Work for you? What do you mean?" And he said, "I own one of the first online travel businesses in this country, and I believe you'll be a great asset to my team." And I thought, okay, what do you need from me? And he said, "I would like for you to come into the office and let's have a conversation with HR and see where we could place you." So I went in, we had the discussion, and fair enough, I got the job on merits. I got the job on merits. I like to state that. And I was heading the holiday team from no experience in the travel industry aside from passion to heading the holiday team. So I went in there, I gave my best, and I was telling the story a few weeks ago. For me, it was like a miracle because in that company, I worked in various departments. I'm not going to go into the story of why, but I was in the holiday team. But for some reason, I became so popular, so powerful, and I kept being moved around from place to place. I was moved from the table where I sat. I was moved into the call center where I sat with the agents who actually did the bookings on the GDS. I was moved from there to the visa section. I sat with the guys who did visas and I got to know so much about the visa world. There was so much I learned. There's so many areas where I was moved to, and when it was happening, I was frustrated. Like, why am I being moved around? But each time I moved around, it was as if God knew the reason why He was moving me. He was placing me in places, placing me in rooms that I ought to be in to learn the things that I needed to learn to be where I am today. That was a very, very amazing journey at that company. I worked with them for a few years before I moved on to something else in the travel space, and I have been in the travel space for the last 16 years. I haven't changed jobs, and I'm still looking to grow in the industry. But recently, I just thought to myself, I would like to give back more. I would like to teach travel agents what I know because during the course of my job, I find that I come into contact with a lot of travel agents who they have the clientele, they know what they're doing to a certain extent, but there are just a few things that needs to be fine-tuned. And then there are some agents who need hand-holding from stage one all the way to booking completion and all the way to travel. And for me, this is a passion that I would like to bring to reality, to teach people what I know, to let them know how they can be better at being travel agents, how they can grow from where they are today and be give themselves a target to be in a better place a few years or even months or even weeks for some down the line. The travel industry is, as of 2025, was I think $1.6 trillion. If you have 1% of a trillion or even half a percent of a trillion, you know where that will put you. So I believe that in this travel space, there's enough room for all. I believe that we can all grow. I believe that we can create a niche business for ourselves and establish who we are in the industry. So if you would like to know more about the travel space, if you would like to learn a thing or two, I would like for you to stick around and just follow me for more tips and insights in the travel industry. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.